allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Can we give Adeline a round of applause? Thank you so much. That was super awesome because we didn't even tell her about it ahead of time. It's in the moment, on the spot, in front of all these people, and that's really hard to do, so I'm really proud of you. Thank you, Adeline. Welcome, everybody. Thank you for being here tonight. You're ready when you are.
Okay, I don't think I'm official, I believe. Yeah, so, is Mrs. Chapman in the hallway? There she is. Hey, all right. Yeah.
Welcome, everybody. Mrs. Bell's comfortable up here.
Good evening. So we had to break into two groups tonight because we had so many people to honor. My name's Caroline Chapman. I'm the Director of Athletics and Communications. And this fall, we received many awards from the Democrat and Chronicle, from the All Greater Rochester Awards, and then also from our league, the Monroe County Public Athletic Conference. Overall, we had 598 athletes participate in 10 varsity programs and 31 total teams. We also had our unified bowling team. We had all 10 of our programs were recognized as scholar athlete teams. So I'm going to recognize people who received awards from each team, and there's this group, and then if your child's not up here, they're in the other room still. So first we have our girls swimming and diving team, who were the Monroe County Division III champions, and they're coached by Evan Smith, who's here tonight. First up, we had Nora Gleason. Nora was first team All-League. She's a sophomore, and she was first team All-League, and she was specialized in the 100 free, and the 200 free, and the relays. So Nora Gleason. They did not see their pictures beforehand, and I'm sure that Grace is a sophomore, Grace Goodman, and she was in the 200 free and the 500 free. Specialized in the 50 free and the 100 free. Also not here is Ellie Martin. She's not here, right? Ellie was specialized in both the 100 fly and the 100 back, and she was the Section 5 Class B champion in the 100 backstroke. Next up, we have Ava Tyler. Ava is a senior. She won the sportsmanship award for our team at sectionals, along with specializing in the 50 free, the 100 free, and the relays. So we're going to miss her next year. Right next to her in the same race was her sister Hannah, who's a freshman, and she specialized in the 50 free and the 100 fly. Grace. Also, Grace is a freshman, and Grace did the 200 free, the 100 back, and the relays, right, Grace? We have cross country. They won the league sportsmanship award, and the girls team finished 4th at sectionals, and the boys team also won the sportsmanship award for their division. Making first team All-League was Jane Byer. Jane finished 10th at sectionals, and she was first team All Monroe County based on how you place at the Monroe County meet. So that's Jane Byer. And then we have Ryan Weller, who's a junior. Ryan finished 19th at sectionals and was named first team All-League as well. Senior Taylor Panisi qualified for states after finishing 7th at sectionals, which was very exciting. And then additionally, she was named the Prime Time Channel WROC Channel 8 Citizen of the Season, which was an award given by the Prime Time social media coverage. And it's an award that she won from all of Section 5, and Section 5 has 120 schools, and Taylor was chosen out of all of those schools. So congratulations. Cross country is Matt Ward here. Coach Ward, just sneak up here for a second. Coach Ward is retiring this year from cross country, and so we'd like to recognize him. He's going to get mad at me, but he started coaching in 2001. This is Miss Coach Mullen right here, actually. And he started, as I said, in 2001, and has been the varsity cross country coach every year since then. So 25 years, and mostly coaching 3 sports seasons. So if you can do the math there, that's a lot of running, one, and a lot of lives impacted and kids impacted. And so we just wanted to recognize all your contributions to the cross country program. They won sectionals 4 times in girls cross country, 2010, 11, 16, and 17. I went in the gym and looked at the banner today. And we're gonna miss you. He's really, we're really gonna miss his mentorship, his passion for his sport, and just his overall love of children. So that was cross country. Girls soccer, Anna Simonski's not here, but she was named first team all-league. And then on the boys soccer side, we won the sportsmanship award. Next up is girls tennis. And our girls tennis team was division champions for Monroe County Division 4. That's exciting. And Coach Ducharme was named the Coach of the Year. Junior Jillian Ditt was first team all-league, and she was the Division 4 Tennis Player of the Year. Very exciting. And senior Addie Keegan was first team all-league, and then she won, she was our recipient of the Triple O Scholarship, which was given during one of our football games at halftime, along with winning the Section 5 Girls Tennis Scholarship for $500, which I think she already received. I hope you didn't spend it. And then lastly, he probably won't come up here, but Coach Ducharme is here, and he too is retiring. Also a math teacher. And I believe 2002 was your first year coaching?
Varsity, yep.
I went through the yearbooks today, and we were lucky summer best. And he has been involved in the boys and girls tennis program really since then. So we're talking at Canandaigua 48 seasons of coaching tennis. And it's interesting with him and Matt both retiring at the same time, a lot of similar characteristics, but you know, love of the sport that they coach, along with being a leader in both the league and the section. They won sectionals in girls tennis in 2012, and he just always is dedicated to helping the kids get better, and he's been kind and patient, and I've really enjoyed working with both of them, so we're going to miss Coach Ducharme as well.
Thank you.
At this point, we're going to send these children back to the holding tank. Okay, and will you send in the next group? And if their parents want to leave the town, or you can stay. This is very entertaining.
Congratulations. Thank you.
It's all good.
You guys can sit.
No, I want to stand there.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Okay, go up the long way over. We're not in order, so we're going to have that's what we're going to do. Okay, they're not going to be in order of my pictures, even though we tried our best. So you're going to have to raise your hand with the big baby. Okay, so not here tonight. Jeremiah Laird is, we have a boys varsity basketball game tonight, so he's 6'7", so he's there. And he had a great volleyball season. He was the league co-player of the year, along with being second team all-grade this year. Zach Seacoast was also a boys volleyball player who was named all-league. Julia Geithner. Okay. So Julia is All-Greater Rochester, along with being first team all-league and fifth team all-state. So she had a great season. Over 500 kills were recorded at the beginning of the season. She hit that mark, and we're really going to miss her on the volleyball team. Izzy Piano is a libero, so for those of you not familiar with volleyball, it's a defensive specialist who really, she got 500 digs this year, right, throughout the course of her career. And so she was the lead libero of the year, actually, this year, which is very exciting, and she's heading off to Clarkson. Mason, your face isn't there, so you can't really tell. Mason was first team in football. We don't use our league; it's a federation scheduling, so it's just based on the schools that are your size. So he was first team all Class A for football, and we're expecting some big things now to return to wrestling. He is not here. He's not 6'7", but he is on the basketball team, and we wanted to recognize him. He had an outstanding football career here at Canandaigua Academy as a starting quarterback for 3 seasons, and was named second team All-Greater Rochester. And we're looking forward to some great things both in basketball and lacrosse, and looking forward to seeing him play tonight. So Drew Willoughby. Trey Camella. It seems like the entire time I've worked here, we've had a Camella running back. So I'm a little nervous what's going to happen next year. But Trey followed in his brother's footsteps and played both sides of the ball. Really a great, fierce competitor, and was named first team all-league as well. Chase Willoughby is a junior, and after this he will be going back to school. So he has been commentating live stream of our basketball games. Him and Brody Sharberry's in the car. And I told him he could go get started on the game, but he can't do without Chase apparently. But Chase is a football player, offensive line, defensive line, and first team All-Greater Rochester this year. So we're looking for some great things next year. Jorge. I didn't recognize you when you came in. Jorge had a great season. He was named the offensive lineman of the game in the sectional finals, which we unfortunately lost to Brighton, but they had a great season this year. And he was also named second team All-Greater Rochester. And last for football is Caden DeLacy. Caden was, what are you, a linebacker? Yeah. Oh, defense back, right? Yeah, and he was named second team All-Greater Rochester and first team All-League as well. So we got these one back too. And then lastly, our cheerleaders. Oh, no, not Coach Welch, she's not a cheerleader. Coach Welch was named the Buffalo Bills Coach of the Week, so he actually got to go to the Bills game, which why wouldn't we want to do that? And he was there, the last home game, they honored all the Section 5 and Section 6 Coaches of the Week, and he was picked actually the first week of the season, so we're excited for that. So Coach Welch. About 10 people sent me this picture from the Jumbotron, which tells you how many people I need to visit. And then we have our cheerleaders. Ava Bernhardt is here. Ava is a first team all-league. She's been a varsity cheerleader throughout high school, and we have the girls are going to be leaving to go back to the basketball game tonight, where we're having faculty night. So, Ava Bernhardt. Lastly, we have Macy Zapatella. Macy had, I remember my first year as athletic director, I was told that Macy wasn't going to cheer anymore, and that was more because she had an injury, and she's overcome a lot of, many different things, and she's a flyer. She's out there doing everything, and she was also named first team all-league this year. We've had some outstanding seasons. We look forward to great things this winter. We are having some, ups and downs like any sports season. Hopefully the weather stays good and we can have all our contests scheduled. We're thankful for the amount of support from the Board of Education and the Central Office Management Team, along with transportation and the nurses, and the list could go on for all the people who support the athletic department. So thank you.
question.
Yeah.
I want to make sure everybody heard this. We have all 10 of our varsity teams made scholar athlete team. Can you remind everybody what it takes to be a scholar athlete?
So 75% of your team's average has to equal over a 90. So so if you have 20 kids, 15 of them averages averaged together have to be over a 90. So we wait till the first quarter's over and we get the grades from that. So the goal would be every team all year. So hopefully we started strong. And hope it stays that way. Yeah, so that's what it is. Anything else from us?
Great job, everybody.
And if you want to
Yes, I have, but just a couple things. Okay, thanks, Macy, great job. Just a couple modifications to the board agenda. One is for Ashley Rambach. She is an interim sub for us at the middle school in social studies. The approval was through February 14th. That's going to be extended to the remainder of the school year. So please have it reflected June 30th of 2025. Additionally, on the agenda, Deidre Buck was resigning from her monitor position and transportation monitor for transportation department and the middle school. She is rescinding those resignations and staying, thankfully. And then the third thing I wanted to notice, and it's in front of you, is proposed modified language for a field trip. What you have in front of you is a field trip that's an initial field trip. So for the final field trip, we would change the language to reflect what's in front of you to be more, so there's no exclusionary language based on protected classes, which is gender. So that language is there and it would appear in the final approval at the next board meeting. So there's those three items I wanted to mention. And then the last thing I would say also in front of you is the hot off the press, the proposed 25-26 school year draft school agenda. I just want to point out a few things worth noting. Let's just get the first one, the big one, out of the way. 2 weeks at the holiday break again, this coming school year. I see some yeses and some depends. Do you work for us or are you a parent? I think it varies based on what role you hold. But it happens every 7 or 8 years, and usually when it happens for 2 consecutive years. So just, my memory didn't fail me, that's the way it works out again. Also, you might remember a few years back, our calendar didn't align with Monroe County's calendar. All these calendars are really driven off of the BOCES, the regional BOCES calendars, because we send kids to those programs, and in those programs, they have to get a certain number of hours to be certified. You know, if they're going through cosmetology or something like that, they need the hours to be certified. So our calendars need to align to theirs. A few years back, the Monroe County and Wayne Finger Lakes didn't align. And we have a lot of people who live in Monroe County, and maybe a spouse that goes to, you know, works at a different school, and so their spring breaks weren't aligned or anything. These are aligned. Our new process is Wayne Finger Lakes, we draft ours and we hold on it until Monroe County comes out with theirs, so we make sure they're aligned. So that just literally happened last week. They are aligned. Although I do know some families love it when, you know, they get the week off and their kids are in school. I saw someone go over there and talking about it. So that won't happen. Sorry to disappoint you. So I wanted to point that out. Also, in July and August, we'll have that one flex day for CTA members to do all the required training. The training that we're required to do just expands every single year, it feels like. And so it's pretty much a full day of required training that they have to do. So you'll see that marked in there. Proposing to start the year with 2 conference days like we've done in the past probably 3 or 4, maybe even 5 years now. There's just so much to be done to start the year to be ready for the students to come in, and that really allows us to be able to be prepared. Other things to point out, a new required holiday is the Lunar New Year. This year it falls on January 29th. That's why the students have off of school on January 29th. Our 12-month employees do not have that day off unless they take a vacation day on that day. Next year it actually falls during the February break, so February 17th. And so you won't notice it as kind of a standalone like you saw this year because it falls during the break, but it is noted in the minutes on the side. And I think that's,
I'm sorry, can you just do a quick public service announcement? What's the significance of the lunar?
It's a, is it an Asian holiday? Chinese holiday?
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay, thanks. I wish I had, because I don't, honestly, I can't keep up with it all sometimes. And, yeah, because they, state has added a number of days.
Yeah.
But yes, that's,
Thank you.
I was right, my memory did not fail me there. Thank you, for putting me on the spot.
I'm sorry.
I think that's really it. You'll notice that the school year starts, you know, fairly early. September 4th would be the first day for students, second for staff. And then if you look at when it ends, rating day is June 26th. So, oh, the other thing I want to point out on this one, was it Memorial Day weekend? It's a Friday and a Monday. So that would be a 4-day weekend. Because we start so early and end so late, and we have contractual obligations, we were able to do that. Look it over. I don't wanna, you know, pile all of this on you right now. Look it over, and if you have questions or concerns, let me know. Otherwise, what we would do is the next board meeting, we'll bring it for approval. People are trying to plan vacations and things like that, and we like to get it done as soon as possible. That's all I have.
Thank you. All right, so we have a consensus agenda with noted amendments and supplemental. I'll ask for motions, please. Jen and Jenny, questions or comments? All in favor? That carries unanimously, thank you. Milton, will you report out on audit, please?
So, yeah, we met on Friday and we reviewed the Bonadillo internal audit. It was a clean audit, and we made a choice for our next audits area, which will be the vendor-employee process.
Thank you. And there are 2 policies for second reading, so I'll move on behalf of the committee. Questions or comments? All in favor? That carries unanimously, thank you. CIE?
So last week, we had a great CIE meeting. We started with a presentation on visual arts. It's their every 5 years they do a review of the program. This was their halfway mark. They have been busy. They have made significant progress with 6 of their goals. Some of them, like, they've actually implemented the whole thing and they're only halfway through. So personally, I was very impressed. Second, we have a request for addition to the canon of literature, which is a book called And Then Boom. And I have it on good authority that it's very powerful. Matt gave us a thought-provoking presentation about the Blue Ribbon Commission and the Portrait of a Graduate. Both Julianne and I are lobbying for him to give that to the entire board, but we might want to wait just a few months until the regents decide what they're going to back and what they're not. This is all in the proposed arena, but it really got me thinking. I ran into a woman this week whose son is a second grader and thought, these are the kids that they're doing this for. You know, it doesn't get implemented until, what, you're a freshman in 2029, isn't that right? So, I mean, this is long, is that right?
Some of the changes happen
Yeah.
sooner, but in terms of full implementation, it will be the year 2029, that cohort.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of mind-blowing to think about all of those changes. In my mind, one of the biggest ones is that there will be one diploma as opposed to the multiple ones, but many different pathways to be able to get to that one. In a nutshell, I thought, if I understood the presentation correctly, that the regents and state ed are taking a little bit of a playbook out of IB, in that there's many different ways to prove that you've mastered a course. Which, you know, I told Matt I thought he was the man for the job if only he didn't already have a job. We of course had our professional development update. This was another one that I said to the whole group, I remember back when, like way back, when professional learning days were for your building or for your English department. Like they weren't like district-wide. And the fact that now we have put them out so that staff can choose to do continuing ed over the course of the year or before the 1st of March, we have, it was some ridiculous number, like 90% that have already done all of the continuing ed in preparation for the March day.
I don't think it's quite that high, is it? But we're getting close. Last year we had, I think about 85% of the people completed in advance, but everybody who didn't, they attended the conference day, which is around 50 people. So.
Yeah, mind-blowing. I mean, what organization to get that all done? Anyways, it was a great hour-ish of time to learn about the great things that are happening in our district.